Alright, so we've taken our charred chilies and wrapped them in a damp paper towel. And now we're going to unwrap them. Let's do it one by one. We'll leave this open for to put any debris into any of the loose skin. And here you can see that the skin is coming off. And we'll just put it over here. Actually, we'll just put it over here on this paper towel. And you know, how is it like scaling a fish where every single scale should be off of there? I don't think so. I don't, because again, we're probably going to cook this again, either in an egg batter or some other manner. So if a few little pieces of this skin stay on there, I don't think it's going to be that obtrusive. Okay. The whole point of charring it is to take an entire, to get rid of the entire sheet of membrane, to break it up, so it's not intrusive in the eating process. So here we have, for example, this is a nice looking pepper. Look, the outer skin is off. You can see it's rather dull, a few shiny areas, but I actually don't think that's going to be a problem. We're going to let this cool, and then, well, actually we can do it right now. The next step would be to make one incision, all right? And you can see inside. Now notice that the advantage of searing it fast and not overcooking the skin is that, look how strong that structure is. So here we see some membrane, and this is a little bit, well, your fingers are going to burn after this if you touch any other part of your body. Plus, don't try to get all of this membrane out. You don't want to bruise this cavity because you're going to fill it with something. So this is, the devil is in the details. If you want to go in here with a paper towel, let this cool a little bit. You can see it's already starting to split here, all right? Warning signs on that. It's not the perfect pepper anymore. It's starting to split apart a little bit. It's been manhandled. And however, if you were going to make a chile relleno, once you dip this in the egg batter, it's going to hold together. So these aren't deal breakers. That is broken into threes along the seams here. It's not a deal breaker, but it's something you want to keep your eye on. And so I would keep everything in a vertical position and just continue to take some of these off. If any of these seeds stayed in there, again, it's not a deal breaker. It'll add heat to the dish. Now, some people like their chile rellenos very bland. Other people like them a little bit warm. I can go either way. The important thing is that the chili maintains a crispness and a freshness like you would imagine that you would get out of a stuffed bell pepper, and that it's not greasy. So, here you have it. Here's your shell. You can then, in a chile relleno, put slices of Mexican cheese in here, close it up, dip it into the egg batter that's been prepared and the white stiffened, put it into a very hot, almost a deep frying kind of a pan, and then cook it very rapidly. Put it on a plate, put some Mexican sour cream on there. Actually, before you do that, you would want to put your salsa, and we'll cover that in another section where we, like I said, scorch the tomatoes and the peppers, and then cook the onions and the garlic, and put the cumin in there, but that would go on top of that. And that gives that, when you go to a restaurant, if you think about your chile rellenos, they're going to have like almost a brownish red sauce on them. That's usually, I mean, it's not bland, but it's not hot. And then you dress that up. So on top of that, you can put your Mexican sour cream, and maybe a little salsa, I don't know, and then your side of beans. So, if you weren't going to make a chile relleno out of this, all right, you're left with basically, if you can imagine a stuffed pepper, you can cut this up into pieces and fry it with eggs. I'm thinking of putting some cheese and meat in here and closing it up, and maybe not using the egg batter. I'm not really sure, but you know, it's right now. This is your base vehicle. for exploration.